Hello and welcome to a new flow. I'm so happy you found your way to this video, and I hope you will enjoy this short practice together with me. Let's get started in a seated position, just in the end of our mat, and we'll find our seated position on our knees, and we're going to bend down for a child's pose, just hovering down towards the mat, placing our forehead to the ground and just finding our space here, trying to sense if we have any stiffness or soreness in our body. Just taking a few moments here. Feeling into our hips, to shoulders, maybe perhaps bending our elbows a bit so we can really relax our shoulders in this position. Inhale, coming up to tabletop all four, and we're going to start with some cat and cow. So inhaling, arching our back, looking up. Exhaling, curving our back, looking through our navel, and sitting down back to child's pose. Inhaling, flowing it out, looking up, arching. Exhaling, curving, and coming back to child's pose. Just do this in your own pace a few more times. Just finding that awareness in your movements here, really guiding every single step. Draw our shoulders away from our ears. Strong arms engaging. Pushing through every vertebra into this rolling sensation. And lastly, coming up to tabletop again, standing still here. And we're just going to tuck in our toes here and come up to today's first downward dog. So pushing ourselves up, table pointing to the sky, strong shoulders, strong arms, fingers spread wide. And this is our first downward dog of the day. We might be a bit stiff. Maybe walk that dog out 1 feet at a time, pedal them. Or maybe, if it feels good, sway from side to side a bit. Just finding what feels comfortable and what gently stretches your body. Very good. A few more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Pushing our body and upper body away from the mat. And coming down again to our knees, to our tabletop. And from here we're just going to start to engage our legs and our core a bit more. So we're going to just extend our right leg out and back. Really finding that stillness in our core here, so we're not tipping one side or the other. And tucking our navel in, engaging our whole core and our leg. Really using our glutes here to hold up that leg. And just to create some heat, we're going to do a few push-ups. So just coming down with our upper body to the mat and raising up again. 2 more. And last one. And come up again. Perfect. Now extending the opposite arm, so left arm right out. Just finding that balance here, and then when you're ready, just gently bending your back knee and grabbing on to the foot and to the ankle. And if this is enough, we can just stay here trying to find that balance. Or if we want to make it a bit more intense, we can extend that leg up, pushing away, creating a nice bow in our body, finding a focus point, and gently releasing and extending our arms and legs again. A few more deep breaths here. And coming back to tabletop, releasing down. Just shaking out our body, feeling into it. Can we sense any difference in our sides? And then next side. So extending that back leg, the left leg, engaging the glutes and core. And we're going to do a few push-ups. So down with our chest to the mat and up again. And one more time. Good. Last one. And coming up again. Again, finding that balance and engaging the core, making sure our hips are aligned, and then extending out our arm. Finding a focus point here. And when we're ready, just grabbing onto that ankle of the back leg, staying there, or if we're comfortable, extending our leg a bit up, creating a bow, opening up that chest, creating a nice heat in the body, and release and extend our leg and arm. Just a few more breaths here. And then coming down to tabletop again. And from here we can just sit down onto our knees again. If this is really uncomfortable, we can sit cross-legged as well. So we're just going to take a few inhales, reaching our arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more deep inhale, just gathering that positive energy, bringing it into our body. And exhale. Last one, inhaling, reaching arms. Exhaling, collecting that energy back to ourselves. Lovely. And now we're gently going to come up to our knees, just finding our space here. Knees hip width apart. And we're going to do a gentle back bend. Important to acknowledge here is that we're going to try to lift our chest in this pose and not fall into our arms when we're doing this. So really thinking of a thread just carrying you up through our chest as we start this. So we're just going to swing to side to side. And this gentle movement, we just have to be really listening to our own body and take it in our own pace. So let's just start. We're going to reach our right hand back to our heel. If this is too difficult, we can tuck in our toes and reach back like that. And then we're going to extend and reach up that other arm up to the sky, gently bending, still pushing that chest forward and up. And then folding, pushing a butt back, and switching side. Reaching that arm up, opening up our chest, really filling into this gentle back bend, not supporting ourselves too much into our arm here. Coming back to center, switching side. And if we're comfortable enough, we can untuck our toes and just reach for our heel here. Just breathing into that space in your body that has a bit of tension in it. Inhaling, switching side again. Pushing our chest up. Opening up the front body, feeling that gentle release in our shoulder as it rests back. And inhaling, coming to center again. And we're just going to sit down here.
and do a gentle hug of our head. So we're just going to place our hands onto our head and crawl it back in towards our knees and thighs. Inhaling, coming up, opening up our chest. Exhaling, pushing back, crawling our head in. Inhaling, placing our hands on the back of our head and opening up those shoulders and the chest. Exhaling, curving. Inhaling, coming back to center and let go of the hands. Placing them onto the mat again, and we're going to come up to a new downward dog. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Sensing our body's motion or stillness, if we just want to find a comfort position here. Pushing through those fingers. Tailbone up to the sky. Legs hip width apart. Breathing into that strain, if any occurs. Being gentle with yourself and accepting for the moment that you're experiencing right now. Now, gently reaching our right leg up to the sky. And we're just going to stay here for a bit. Taking a few deep breaths in here. Engaging that leg and the hip flexor. And then gently coming forward and tucking our knee into our chest. All the way up again. And back to chest. One more time. Inhaling and exhaling, knee to chest. Inhaling, reaching the leg up, and exhaling, placing our foot to the front of the mat. And we're going to come up for our high lunge. Strong, engaged legs here. Not pushing our upper body to the front or to the back, trying to stay as neutral as possible. Also making sure our hips are aligned here so we're not uneven in any side. And we're going to take a small twist. So we're just going to reach our arm to our knee on the outside of the knee, and then other arm up. Few breaths here. Lovely. Keep that strength. And coming back to center, hands down to mat. Stepping back and flowing it out. Knees to the mat, chest to the mat, pushing forward to our cobra or upward dog. Few breaths here. Engaging the glutes. Strong arms, pushing our shoulders away from our ears. Coming back to our downward dog. Next leg, so left leg reaching up to the sky. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bending the knee. Knee to chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling, knee to chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling, knee to chest. Last time. Inhaling. And now stepping our foot to the front of the mat, coming up to our high lunge. Reaching arms up. Strong legs. Engaged core. Shoulders away from ears. And taking our gentle twist. Hands to the outer side of the knee. Other arm reaching up. Engaging that back leg, pushing through that heel. And coming back, hands down to mat again. And stepping back to our downward dog. Lovely. Now gently just walk to the front of the mat. And we're gonna half lift. Inhale. Exhale, bend. And we're going into our ragdoll pose here, so just swaying from side to side if that feels comfortable. Grabbing onto our elbows and letting our head rest low. Just releasing the tension from the head. Maybe shake it a bit if that helps. Really sensing into that fold from the hips. If there's too much tension, maybe bend our knees a bit more. Slowly coming up, gently inhaling, reaching arms up to a standing. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we're just going to step back and swing our right leg back. So we have this type of position, maybe 3 or 4 foot apart. And we're going to find our goddess pose here. So what we want to do is twist our feet outwards. Move them outwards 90 degrees if we can, or 180 if we can. But if our hips are not that flexible, we don't want to damage our knees, so really important to keep them aligned with our toes and our heels. So what we want to do is just to bend down into this standing posture and just finding this balance in between both legs, making sure we are evenly pushing our weight into both legs, and then just finding our right seat here. We might have to stay up here and we might be able to come down low. We're going to start with just twisting a bit, so just placing your hands onto our thighs, and then we're going to gently twist our upper body by the help of our arms. So bending that shoulder and twisting from one side. Inhaling, coming to center, exhaling, twisting the other. Just find your flow here. Follow your own breath. Feeling that gentle release in your back. And feeling your legs really engaged here. And that burning sensation here. Lovely to be active, pushing ourselves. Lovely. Coming up, extending our legs, reaching arms up for our star pose. Now, pointing our toes to the front instead, we're going to do a forward fold here. So just bending from our hips, reaching forward, stopping halfway, inhaling, and exhaling, folding. Continue breathing in this pose. Placing our arms on the mat, behind our legs, trying to crawl ourselves back. Grabbing onto our big toes, grabbing on to the back of our ankles, whatever feels comfortable to you. Pick your own variation of this pose. And spend a few moments here. Just be present in your body. Feeling any type of sensation in your body. Where does it occur? Is anything releasing with your exhale? Inhaling, half lift. And exhaling. We're going to reach one arm up, placing the other hand onto our mat. Spread wide with our fingers, reaching up. Inhaling, center, switching side and arm. Exhaling, reaching. Inhaling, switching arm. Exhaling, reaching up. Inhaling, switching arm. Exhaling up. Inhaling, coming to center, and with your next inhale, reach all the way up again. Lovely. We're just going to find our way down to the mat. So stepping to the front, sitting down to our mat, and rolling ourselves all the way back. Finding our Savasana here, making sure our body's relaxed and comfortable. Shoulders spread wide, feet pointing outwards, arms in the side of our body, palms facing up. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Just finding that sensation of calmness in your body. Letting your body fully relax into the surface beneath you. Letting go of what no longer serves you. Feeling okay with whatever is. And thank yourself for this time spent on the mat. Thank yourself for turning up for yourself and letting go of some of that tension that is trapped within your body. Thank yourself for being so dedicated and determined to take the decisions you need to do. Feel free to stay in this Shavasana for a few more minutes, or we're just going to find our way up to a seated position. Gently moving our fingers and toes. And when you're ready, moving your body to the side. And coming up to the seated position. One more breath together, inhaling, reaching arms up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Bow down your head to your heart. Give thanks for this time and for yourself. Inhale and exhale. It's been a pleasure practicing with you for this short flow together. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more content from me. I can't wait to share more with you. Have a blessed day.